What's popping, YouTube family? It's your girl SHOtheOT, your favorite occupational therapist, here to help you and others live their best lives. Let's get started.
Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. Before we get started with today's video, we're going to talk about it. You guessed it, Picmonic. We are nearing the end of summer, okay? So I know you've either been studying for boards or you're in grad school and you're studying for exams and all of these things, but you're probably putting in more work than you have to, okay? Picmonic makes it so easy by giving you different stories and narratives and mnemonic devices to just help you remember the things that are hard to remember, okay? So click that link in the description box below and go get Picmonic. It's just gonna make your life so much easier. Don't say I never tried to help you. All right, let's get started. All right, today's video is going to be all about jobs that would be beneficial for you to work while you're in grad school if you wanna be in the therapy related field, okay? So I'm just gonna give you 5 jobs that either I've had or people in my cohort had, or just people who I know that are in a therapy related field, they did during grad school or during undergrad that, you know, made their resume look a bit better or just gave them the experience that they needed to be good in the field that they're in now. All right, so number 1 is going to be a therapy tech or a therapy technician, okay? So a therapy tech is someone who works in like an outpatient clinic or rehab facility or something related to that and just helps the therapist, okay? So they're getting things that they need, they're assisting in sessions, they're like, the therapist will get the person started and then the therapy technician will come in and just like monitor them and keep them going throughout the activity that the therapist set them up with. They're helping around the clinic and all of that. Therapy techs are super important and they have a really great job that centers them in the middle of therapy related things so that after they go through grad school and they graduate, they've already had a little bit of experience in the therapy world. So, you know, nothing's new to them anymore because they've kind of already been in it. So therapy techs, I think they can make around, I would say like maybe a therapy tech makes $15 to $20 an hour, give or take. So yeah, I think it'll be a very decent job for you to work while you're in grad school so that you have a little bit more experience under your belt. All right, number 2. All right, the next job that would look good on a resume or would be beneficial for you to work during grad school if you're trying to go into a therapy related field is being a CNA or a certified nursing assistant, okay? So they help with a lot of ADLs with our older clientele, with our geriatric population. So if you're looking into going into like a SNF, a skilled nursing facility after you graduate OT school or PT school or whatever, I think a CNA will be a good job for you. If you're working with kids, CNA might not be the best job, but I mean, it's still therapy related. You will still get a lot of good experience with that. And I think they average about $15 to $20 an hour too. So yeah, CNA or certified nursing assistant would be a great job for you to have while you're going through grad school. All right. Next. All right, this next one will be good if you want to work with kids, specifically kids in the schools, okay? So you can be an instructional aide or a teacher's aide in a special needs program. That will be great experience for you to have if you want to work with children in the school setting after you graduate from OT school. So I think that'll be a great job for you to have. You'll have so much experience getting to know the population that you want to work with, getting to know the environment that you are going to be working in. You will be a part of those ARD meetings and the IEPs, instructional education plans meetings. So all of that will be just good experience for you to have. And I think, again, this is probably going to range from $15 to $20 an hour too. All of these do not pay a lot. That is why they are jobs that you're going to do to get you through grad school so that when you graduate from grad school, you're going to make that shmoney, honey. All right. All right, next. Okay, this next one is going to be a registered behavioral technician, okay? RBT for short. These people work in ABA clinics. I know everyone has their opinions about ABA. I also have my opinions about ABA. But being an RBT is a good stepping stone to working in a therapy related field, especially if you want to work with kids in an outpatient setting, okay? Usually if you're working with kids in an outpatient setting, you're probably most likely, if you're an OT, you're gonna get kids with autism. And so ABA clinics are full of kids with autism. That's gonna give you the experience that you need. It's gonna give you behavioral management strategies. So like I said, you can have your opinions about ABA, but being an RBT is a really good stepping stone if you wanna work with kids in an outpatient setting as an occupational therapist. I'm speaking from experience. I was an RBT for almost 2 years. I would never go and be like a BCBA or anything like that, but I can say that I learned a lot from the 2 years that I was in RBT. That's all I got to say. So if you want experience, if you want a job that doesn't require a lot of training or anything, like, oh, I forgot to mention, a CNA requires some training and things like that. RBT, you do have to take the training, but most jobs are like, give you the training and it doesn't take that long to do. So RBT, good job for experience and just like kind of easy to get into. So yeah, average pay, once again, about $15 to $20 an hour. Pretty much all of these are gonna be about that much. All right, on to the last job. All right, so the last job is going to be kind of two jobs that I'm lumping into one. So you can either be an insurance coordinator or you can be a healthcare administrative assistant. All right, so that just means that you're just gonna have a lot of knowledge, like a lot of background knowledge that is required for you to be a therapist. So I am 3 years into the game and I still barely understand insurance things, okay? So if you can get an upper leg and work within the insurance realm, you will have so much knowledge that a lot of therapists don't even have. And I feel like that would look so good on resumes. People will be so intrigued and wanting to, have someone on their team who has that knowledge. So an insurance coordinator, I think they make a little bit more because, insurance is hard to understand. So I think insurance coordinators might make $20 to $25 an hour. So if you're willing to put in the work to understand all the insurance gibberish, I think that'll be a good move. On the other hand, healthcare administrative assistant, you are basically going to be like the inner workings of how like a clinic runs, okay? So that's also beneficial information for you to know before you graduate from grad school. So also looks good on your resume. I think administrative assistants probably make between 18 to 23 an hour, give or take. These are just things that I've seen on a quick Google search. So do your own research about the pay and the requirements for each job. But these are all 5 jobs that look good on your resume. Fairly easy for you to kind of get into. Some of them require a little bit more training than others, but for the most part, they don't require like a degree for you to do these things, okay? So there we go. We got therapy tech, we've got instructional aid in a special needs program, we've got an RBT at a therapy clinic, we've got certified nursing assistant, and we've got an administrative assistant or insurance coordinator. So these are all jobs that I feel like will be beneficial for you to have during grad school so you can have a little money to get you through that very hard time in your life. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.